Hey guys, welcome back to Comedy Trap House News. It's your boy Marvin Telp, and midterm elections are over. You know what else is over? Hold on, sorry.
And your eyebrow, is that a pimple or is that something on your face?
Oh nigga, that's a whole pimple. Hold on, stop, okay. Pause it, stop that shit. Welcome back to Comedy Trap House News. It's your boy Marvin Telp, and yes, his big ass pimple that decided to roll along for this segment. I am grown, ladies and gentlemen. Why the fuck am I breaking out like I am 50? Look. Do you see this? Anyway, Halloween season is officially over. And in my household, it is now officially Christmas season with a big ass dinner before Christmas. And what I didn't know was that the 12 days of Christmas this year was going to bring us, Nick Cannon is up to 12 kids or on the way or whatever. I am hypercritical of Nick Cannon and him just shooting up every club. But also, ladies, why are you letting, why? You can't feel special. He can't be sitting there telling you all is going to be good. Lady, and I get some of you may just be trying to cash out, right? It might be, man, if I have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. But here's the thing. The way child support works, the kids that get the most money are going to be the first ones. And then it trickles down into a terrible pyramid scheme for you. So when you're number 12 and you're at court because Nick ain't doing what he's supposed to do, the judge's gonna look at you like, all right, he's gotta pay you $250 a month. And that's not $250,000, that's just $250. You can't even get babysitting for you know what? I'm just confused, right? But here's the thing, he's still in second place. He is still losing to Antonio Cromartie, who has 14 kids by 8 different baby mamas. And I didn't know, maybe this is what Nick is going for. Maybe he's trying to usurp the throne, right? Because he's got 12 and 7. He's like, man, I get 2 more. I'm gonna have 14 and 9. I don't know. This is dumb. Somebody's gonna be real mad that they let that load get away. It's gonna be a tough pill to swallow. Speaking of things that are hard to swallow, Palmer Luckey, the creator of Oculus, has created or claims to have created a new VR headset, that if you die in the game, you die in real life. Why? I'm the human race, and the fact that we're still alive is actually kind of impressive, because we go out of our way to just wipe us off the face of the planet. I've played video games. I'm a huge fan of video games. You know how many times I've died from some dumb shit? This is a serial killer's dream. The only way he could test this is by running some beta programs, which means there are some people that are dead. How else did he confirm that you die? I feel like there should be a full investigation on his compound. Look at the bodies in the backyard, because something's not adding up. And speaking of crazy tech people, Elon Musk, who is now officially taking over Twitter, we talked about the 500% increase of nigga, has fired 3,700 people from Twitter. 3,700 people. You know how many pink slips you have to give out in a day? And what this feels like, it doesn't really feel like, he said it's corporate restructuring and making sure that it becomes more profitable. It's a lie. Most of those people were fired from content moderation. This was just payback. They suspended this man's account forever ago, and he was like, nah, bitches, I'm gonna get y'all. He came in walking to is this content moderation? How many employees? 3,700? Y'all can all clock out and go home permanently. And that would be, I know it had to feel good. Like, and I know it's fucked up. Yes, 3,700 people are fired. But to just fire a motherfucker that did you dirty, 37, oh. The erection he had at the end of the night had to be amazing. Not to be outdone. Not to be outdone, Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, I said Zuckerberg, I said it right. Mark Zuckerberg and his crew at Meta fired 11,000 people. In the course of a couple of days, that means 14,000 people have lost their jobs. And Mark's reasoning was same thing, corporate restructuring, trying to rein in spending, yada, yada, yada. And then, have you looked at this man's compound? Have you looked at the employee compound? One, it's immaculate. Let's be very honest. I would love to work there. But maybe instead of making this state-of-the-art brilliant campus, you invest your money into your employees. You know, I'm just, don't mind me. I like to make sense. Anyway, this is gonna have a huge bearance on the end of the year and quarter four. So when we're looking at what's happening with inflation, unemployment, and those numbers in this country by the end of quarter four, which sets up how quarter one starts. We've lost 14,000 jobs because of two assholes who don't really know how to run a business. And here's the thing, you can be a great tech person. That doesn't make you a good business person. And if I know people go, well, Elon Musk and Tesla. No, Tesla was built off of government subsidies, period. He didn't have to run that money. That wasn't his pocket money. That was your money. I mean, for those of us who work and don't work under the table. But y'all know what I'm saying. Speaking of seasons that are over, midterm election season is finally over. And my God, was it exhausting. I'm also sick of Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio, because every fucking election, y'all want a Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. Yes, I'm using it as a verb because I'm every time. So in Georgia, we had the Senate seat up for grabs between the incumbent Raphael Warnock and Herschel Not Another Kid Walker. Okay, and every time you heard Herschel Not Another Kid Walker speak, every time another kid popped up, another time he had to bring up his resume of what he did besides football, he just became a worse and worse and worse candidate. It looked like it was going to be easy as fuck to just win this. But instead, we're going to a runoff. And we're going to a runoff because Warnock, even though he had more votes, slightly more votes, I think 17,000 by the end of the night, it wasn't enough to declare him winner, so they're going to do a runoff. And if you don't know what a runoff is, it's not a sprint. So Herschel, you can put your helmet down and you can put your pads back. You're not actually going to sprint against Warnock. This runoff is actually a special election where they're going to have people come in, re-vote basically, and whoever wins this runoff wins the Senate seat. And this is going to be huge because right now, between Nevada's seat still being up in the air and this seat being up in the air, this is going to be who has control of the Senate. The Republicans already have control of the House. If they get control of the Senate, you might as well take everything that Joe Biden has put through and throw it away, right? So until I get my check for $20,000 for my student loan forgiveness, fuck the Republicans. So this special election will happen, and hopefully by the time this episode comes out, we'll know what happens with those other Senate seats, and we'll see really where the power lies. We're filming this on the 10th, so sorry, we won't have the answer when you get this. You'll be all right. What we looked at is we look at the exit polling because we're like, man, and I'm going to be very honest, I thought black men did the dumb shit that black men do every election. For some reason, black men just tend to want to be, I don't know, Republicans or conservative or some dumb shit, right? Where if you look at the percentage of black women voting, they are the most consistent, most powerful voting demographic, period. It's just what they do, right? They are consistent. This time, black men came in, showed up, and showed out, right? So even if every black man that voted for Herschel Walker voted for Warnock, this still would have gone to a runoff. The same thing with Abrams and Kemp. There was no swaying this election because of black men, thank God, finally. You know who swayed this election? White women. White women, what are you? What do you want? What do you want? Because I hear you yell women's rights and you yell feminism and you go, hey, we are a minority also. But it's just very convenient that whenever feminism and whiteness come head to head, that white wins. It must be nice to be white. Just for a day. Give me half a day to be white. Just so no, never mind. I still want to season my food and I still want to have rhythm when I dance. What happens in these elections is you have someone like Abrams, who has shown herself to be a feminist, very in line with the minority cause, very in line with the black movement, and white women, instead of supporting her, voted for the white guy who supports all types of Republican initiatives, including abortion. So white women will legitimately vote against their own self-interest. And it just doesn't make fucking sense. But if you're in Georgia, please understand that this runoff has the national implications for the next, honestly, 6 years. The next 6 years, the state of the government, the state of the union, the way that things are being voted in will be on your hands. So show up, because Biden's not going to win next run. We're just going to put it out there right now. Biden can't win. He's going to go up there. He's going to say he's going to say some things that he shouldn't say. We can't use the R word anymore. He's going to say some things, and people are going to go, he's lost his mind, which we're watching senility sink in day by day, and he's not going to win. You can love Kamala Harris, but the rest of the nation does not. So you're looking at DeSantis, and you're looking at the Republican field front running in the next election, and you're looking at Trump presumably re-announcing his candidacy. So if you don't get out and vote, and the Senate swings towards the Republican red, what you're looking at in the next 2 years is the remainder of a lame duck presidency. You're looking at that student loan forgiveness probably not happening. And then you're looking at, after that election, if a Republican president is in office, a series of sweeping laws that are going to be tilted towards the conservative side. And like I said, if 450,000 people in Oregon have a problem with taking slavery out of the Constitution, imagine what the rest of the nation can do if all of the House, the Senate, the Supreme Court, and the presidency all red. As they say, protect your neck. All right, this has been your boy Marvin Telp. Thank you again for banging with us at Comedy Trap House News. If you like this show, and I know you do, hit subscribe. Subscribe to it. Get the ding, get the alert on, share with your friends, post the comments. Show the love to the show that you want, you want us out, you want us about. All right, now I'm out of here for real. Peace.
And being a pastor, I say this: how can he keep the almighty oath to the almighty God, and he keep it for them? He hadn't kept it for nobody, so that proves the type of man he really is.